शुक्लांबरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुर्गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। ओम श्री गुरवे श्री सत्यसाईनाथ श्रीपादुकां पूजयामि नमः। ओम श्री परमगुरवे श्री शिरडी साईनाथ श्रीपादुकां पूजयामि नमः। ओम श्री परमेष्टि गुरवे श्री दत्तात्रेय स्वामी श्रीपादुकां पूजयामि नमः। सद्गुरु चरणारविन्दाभ्यां नमः। हरिः ओम। मातर्मे मधुकैटभग्निमहिषप्राणापहारोऽद्य मे हेलानिर्मितधूम्रलोचनवधे हे चण्डमुण्डार्दिनि निःशेषीकृतरक्तबीजदनुजे नित्ये निशुम्भापघे शुम्भध्वंसिनि नाशयासु दुरितम् दुर्गे नमस्तेऽम्बिके। ओम ऐं ह्रीं क्लीं चामुण्डायै विच्चे। ओम ऐं ह्रीं क्लीं चामुण्डायै विच्चे। ओम ऐं ह्रीं क्लीं चामुण्डायै विच्चे। ओम नमश्चण्डिकायै। हरिः ओम। कालाभ्रभ्रमराञ्जनद्युतिनिभं व्यावृत्तपिङ्गे क्षणम् कर्णोद्भासितभोगिमस्तकमणिप्रोद्भिन्नदंष्ट्राङ्कुरम् सर्पप्रोतकपालशुक्तिशकलव्याकीर्णसञ्चारकम् वन्दे दक्षिणमीश्वरस्य कुटिल भ्रूभङ्गरौद्रं मुखम्। ॐ ह्रीं नमः शिवाय। ॐ ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं श्रीमात्रे नमः। हरिः ॐ। Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Hari Om Shalom Sai Ram. Namaste. We are studying the 7th chapter of Devi Mahatyam. In this chapter, we have come to where the mother, when she frowned at the presence of Chanda and Munda, that's the previous chapter where the Mahakali has emanated. So last week we concluded where Kali has devoured the army of all these asuras, slaughtering them, breaking them apart, crushing them, chewing them frightfully with her teeth, pounding on them. And the entire army of this Chanda then She is holding a skull staff decorated with a garland of skulls, and she was wearing a tiger skin, very appalling due to her emaciated body, a wide open gaping mouth, and with a tongue lolling out fearfully, with deep sunk reddish eyes, filling the entire space with her roars. This is the beautiful form of the mother. Beautiful, not just told by me, but you will hear later. And this beautiful form of the mother is the one that is worshipped by Ramakrishna Paramahamsa as Dakshina Kali, also worshipped as Shyama Kali. And we discussed about that, why she is called Shyama, why she is called Kali. And this beautiful form of the mother is what was worshipped by Ramakrishna as, mostly referring to her as Shyama. Amma Shyama Anini Vartito Akroshinchinavu Manasa Avedanagani Agagalguna Amma Shyamani Kagupadavundaga Kali Darshana Kangshayayundina Kali Padamula Karpana Cheyumu Bhakti Chandanam Baladi Bilvamulu Arunaruna Mandara Sumambulu. That is a song that was written by Bhagavan Ramakrishna Paramahamsa on Mother Kali in Bengali, but translated into Telugu by my dearest grandfather, Sri B.S.R. Anjaneyulu, who unconditionally served as an Anjaneya for Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. Blessed to be born in the family of such great souls. This beautiful form of the mother is described by none other than Tulasidas. Jaya Jaya Jaga Janani Devi Suranara Muni Asura Sevi Bhakti Mukti Dayini Bhayaharani Kalika Mangala Muda Siddhi Sadani Parvasharvari Shavadani Tapati Mira Taruni Tarani Kirana Malika Jaya Jaya Jaga Janani Devi Varma Charma Kara Krupana Shulashela Dhanushabana Dharani Dalani Danavadala Ranakaralika Putana Pishacha Preta Dakini Shakini Sameta Bhuta Graha Bhetala Khaga Mrugali Jalika Jaya Jaya Jaga Janani Devi Sura Naramuni Asura Sevi Bhakti Mukti Dayini Bhayaharani Kalika Mangala Muda Siddhi Sadani Parvasharvari Shavadani Tapati Mira Taruni Tarani Kirana Malika Jaya Jaya Jaga Janani Devi Jaya Mahesha Bhamini Aneka Rupa Namini Samasta Loka Swamini Himashaila Balika Raghupati Pada Parama Prema Tulasi Yaha Achala Nema Dehu Vai Prasanna Pahi Pranata Palika Jaya Jaya Jaga Janani Devi देवी सुर नर मुनि असुर सेवी भक्ति मुक्ति दायिनी भय हरणि कालिका मंगल मुद सिद्धि सदनी पर्व शर्वरीश वदनी तापति मीर तरुणी तरणि किरण मालिका किरण मालिका किरण मालिका. What a beautiful description of the mother in such wonderful words by Tulsidas. Everything that we are looking at in this chapter is totally described to the letter by him. What we are looking at, this incredible form of the mother, and with this skull garland, black in color, lolling a tongue out, wide open mouth, eyes that are blood red shot, with a skirt of the human hands. And what we think? We are scared of that form. No, that form of the mother drives the fear away from you. Not only that, she gives bhakti, she gives mukti, liberation, she annihilates fear, she bestows auspiciousness. And this mother takes away the tapatraya. She is the most beautiful form ever seen on this planet. And this mother, now let's look at the chapter going forward, because I can be talking about Mother Kali and singing songs on her until you get tired. Then when the mother was present, devouring the entire army of 60,000 soldiers that are present there and so on. Go back to the previous sloka. And while she was doing that, describing the beautiful Mahakali, this Mahakali that is now in the war field, where she is throwing some into her mouth, crunching them, totally gulping some, the chariots, the chariot makers, everything. How this is completely now, everything going into her mouth. What is this beautiful darshan of Mahakali? Is none other than the Vishwarupa darshanam given to Arjuna in the Vishwarupa Sandarshana Yoga of Bhagavad Gita, where there are 11 beautiful shlokas describing how the entire cosmos is getting into the mouth of Bhagavan's Vishwarupam. Arjuna astounded by watching that. And then Bhagavan himself says he is none other than the Kala that gulps everything. What's that? There is a 30 to 30-second shloka of 11th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. How Bhagavan himself says he is the Kala, he is the Kali. Somebody knows that shloka? My Bhagavad Gita expert is Auntie. Uma Auntie is not on call today.
Yes, Sairam, I'm here, but I can't just say the sloka. I don't remember the exact words.
Let's look at that shloka. I will pull up that shloka from Bhagavad Gita, where Bhagavan himself says he is none other than the Kala that gulps everything. Ekadashodhyayah Vishwarupa Sandarshana Yogaha. And if you actually, I said it a zillion gazillion times, Damshtra chate mukhani drushtva kalanala sannibhani disho na jane na labhecha sharma prasida devesha jagannivasa. This is how Arjuna is describing. Then Bhagavan says, Kalosmi lokakshaya krit pravurdho lokan samahartumiha pravruttaha ऋते पित्वान्न भविष्यन्ति सर्वे एव स्थिताः प्रत्यनीकेषु योधाः. He says, Kalosmi, I am Kala. Lokakshayakrit pravurdho lokan samahartumiha pravruttaha. I am the Kala that gulps the entire three worlds constantly. Kala is moving constantly. Nothing stops the Kala. The past is in the Kala, the present will be in the Kala, and the future will be gulped by Kala. This Kala means time, and the time also is Kali. What an incredible Sanatana Dharma that is enchanted and actually worships Kala, the time, as Kali. So grateful to be born and to be able to associate it with such dharma that worships everything, including time, space, the five elements, everything related to the entire universe and beyond, the manifest and the unmanifest. So this Kala, now what you're looking at is taking everything inside and everything going inside. Maha, not only just going inside, Mahagrasa, Mahashana in Lalita Sahasranamam. Mahakali is described as Mahagrasa, Mahashana. Ashanam means simply gulping without touching the teeth. Grasam means chewing something and taking inside. She is the greatest chewer and she is the greatest gulper. Mahagrasa, Mahashana. That Maha Kali is now facing Chanda. So, Kshaned Tadbalam Sarvam Asuranan Nipatitam Drushtva Chandaha Abhidudravatam Kalim Atibhishanam. Looking at the army losing its strength in split second of time, seeing that, Chanda then rushed towards this Kali. She is the Ati Bhishanam. Sharavarshair Mahabhimair Bhimakshintam Mahasuraha Chadayamasa Chakraischa Mundaha Kshiptai Sahasrashaha. Saravarshair, all these arrows were being shot at her, being showered at her. Varsha means shower, a shower of arrows at this, from this great Asura, Maha Bhimair Bhimakshintam Mahasuraha. Chadayamasa Chakraischa Mundaha Kshiptai Sahasrashaha. Chadayamasa. When Munda is throwing these thousands of discuses and a shower of arrows, all of that is covering the Devi like a cloud. Saravarshair Mahabhimair Bhima Kshintam Mahasuraha.
शरवर्षैर्महाभीमैर्भीमाक्षीन्तां महासुरः शरवर्षैर्महाभीमैर्भीमाक्षीन्तां महासुरः
छादयामास चक्रैश्च मुण्डः क्षिप्तैः सहस्रशः
छादयामास चक्रैश्च मुण्डः क्षिप्तैः सहस्रशः छादयामास चक्रैश्च मुण्डः क्षिप्तैः सहस्रशः
Mundaha, you have to take a pause. शरवर्षैर्महाभीमैर्भीमाक्षेन्तां महासुरः छादयामास चक्रैश्च मुण्डः क्षिप्तैः सहस्रशः
शरवर्षैर्महाभीमैर्भीमाक्षीन्तां महासुरः छादयामास चक्रैश्च मुण्डः क्षिप्तैः सहस्रशः शरवर्षैर्महाभीमैर्भीमाक्षीन्तां महासुरः छादयामास चक्रैश्च मुण्डः क्षिप्तैः सहस्रशः.
And when all these chakras, the discuses that are thousands coming towards her, please next sloka amma, tani chakrani anekani vishamanani tanmukham. When all these chakras were going towards this mother, towards the face of the mother, it appeared as if arkabimbani sabahuni ghanodaram. It appeared that all the solar galaxies were getting grabbed in the presence of a dark cloud. What a beautiful description. These chakras, the discuses were shining. They were shining forth. And these chakras, the shining forth chakras, are entering into the mother's face or the mouth, and her face is so dark black in color like a dark cloud. Kala brabhramaranjana dhyutinibham vyavurta pinge kshanam. Kala abhra bhramara anjana dyuti. This is Mahakala's description. Dakshina's face of Panchamukeshwara. And that Dakshina face looks like what? Kala abhra. Kala means dark. Abhra means cloud. Kala, how dark her face is? It is Kala abhra, dark cloud. Kala abhra, bhramara. Bhramaras are these insects that goes around the flowers. We call them in Telugu tummedas. These bhramarambika, the bhramara, those bhramaras are big, dark black. Anjana, anjana is the kajal. Anjana, dyuti, radiating with the darkness. So the mother's face is like a dark cloud, and these chakras, the discuses thrown by Chanda, are radiating with effulgence. It appeared as if galaxies are entering into a dark cloud. Tani chakranyanekani vishamanani tanmukham.
तानि चक्राण्यनेकानि विशमानानि तन्मुखम् तानि चक्राण्यनेकानि विशमानानि तन्मुखम्
बभुर्यथार्कबिम्बानि सुबहूनि घनोदरम्
बभुर्यथार्कबिम्बानि सुबहूनि घनोदरम् बभुर्यथार्कबिम्बानि सुबहूनि घनोदरम्
तानि चक्राण्यनेकानि विशमानानि तन्मुखम् बभुर्यथार्कबिम्बानि सुबहूनि घनोदरम्
तानि चक्राण्यनेकानि विशमानानि तन्मुखम् बभुर्यथार्कबिम्बानि सुबहूनि घनोदरम् तानि चक्राण्यनेकानि विशमानानि तन्मुखम् बभुर्यथार्कबिम्बानि सुबहूनि घनोदरम्.
Tataha, Jaha. Jahasa Atirusha Bhimam Bhairavanadini Kali Karalavadana Durdarsha Dashanojvala. Then Kali was roaring like a Bhairavanadini, frightful Bhimam. She was roaring, and her fearful teeth, Kali Karala Vadana Durdarsha Dashanojvala. And when she was laughing, she was roaring, and her teeth were radiating with so much of fury. Tato Jahasati Rusha Bhimam Bhairavanadini Kali Karala Vadana Durdarsha Dashanojvala. I'm telling you, brothers and sisters, if you have the darshan of this Kali, no element of fear will ever stay within the system, period. She will completely destroy it. She will destroy complete fear and pain and suffering associated with fear. Not only that, watching her even gulping galaxies into her mouth, everything going in just like galaxies are entering into the mouth. When you look at that, you will immediately realize, oh my God, nothing stops in time. There may be great kings, great emperors, great executives, great this, great that, whatever great you think you are, you would immediately get humiliated and say, I shall be crushed by the time. And when I am crushed by the time, not even a single individual, my progeny will remember my name and who I am. So who am I? I am nobody, nothing, just at the mercy of this time grabbing me, gulping me. Mahagrasa, Mahashana, you will feel completely neutral to not only the pain but also the pleasure. You will have humility. Ego is completely destroyed. No more identity associated with yourself and all the paraphernalia you built around. You shall be present only to the time. And when you are present to the time, it stops and it looks at you beautifully with a smile. Oh my God, what is she doing today? Tato Jahasa Tirusha Bhimam Bhairavanadini Kali Karala Vadana Durdarsha Dashanojvala. No description of the mother's glory like that in any other chapter. No description. The 6 and 7 chapters are the shortest chapters, but the most beautiful chapters embedded. Now you will actually begin to understand the symbolism of what Chamunda is. I will come to that hopefully after the class, because we'll complete this chapter and time permitting, we'll get into that. Not only that, yesterday was Narasimha Dwadasi, and what we studied about Narasimha and Sri Simhaya Mahabalaya Namaha, all that mantra, etc. I was wondering how that was all happening, and suddenly I realized that Bhagavan was preparing this body to be present to the Simha and to the Kali on this Shani Trayodasi, beautiful auspicious day for Mahakala. Tato Jahasati Rusha, Tato Jahasati Rusha, Bhimam Bhairavanadini.
ततो जहासातिरुषा भीमं भैरवनादिनी ततो जहासातिरुषा भीमं भैरवनादिनी
Kali Karala Vadana Durdarsha Dashanojvala.
काली करालवदना दुर्दर्शदशनोज्ज्वला काली करालवदना दुर्दर्शदशनोज्ज्वला
Tato Jahasati Rusha Bhimam Bhairavanadini Kali Karala Vadana Durdarsha Dashanojvala.
ततो जहासातिरुषा भीमं भैरवनादिनी काली करालवदना दुर्दर्शदशनोज्ज्वला ततो जहासातिरुषा भीमं भैरवनादिनी कालीकरालवदना दुर्दर्शदशनोज्ज्वला
उत्थाय च महा सिंहं देवी चण्डम् अधावता गृहीत्वा च अस्य केशेषु शिरः तेन असिना अच्छिनत्. Then she plunged onto her then she jumped onto the simham. Utthaya cha maha simham devi. Then she went towards Chandam adhavata. Then she went to him. She grabbed hold of his kesha, the hair, and then siraha tenaha asina acchinat. Grabbed his head by the hair, took her sword out, and then just took it off. How simply she killed him. All this drama described by her beautiful form. The killing him is like one shloka. One shloka. Done. Utthaya cha maha simham. You have to split here, like I said. There are certain words you can't do compounding. Simham is one of those. And samjnanam, like that. You should not say samjnanam. You should say samjnanam. Simham. Utthaya cha maha simham devi chandamadhavata gruhitva chasya keseshu sirastena sina chinat. This is a chinat. You have to use the entire mahaprana there, so that with the cha cha together, chinat, then you will get your head severed too by the mother. Immediately, whatever ego that is there, that you have on the top of your neck, that ego will be immediately cut off. Just be present to that. Let her come with dharma swarupam. She is now on dharma, and she plunged onto dharma. She then mounted upon this dharma, and dharma takes the mother to wherever there is adharma. And then she will cut that adharma off in split seconds. Utthaya cha maha simham devi chandamadhavata.
उत्थाय च महासिंहं देवी चण्डमधावत उत्थाय च महासिंहं देवी चण्डमधावत
गृहीत्वा चास्य केशेषु शिरस्तेनासिनाच्छिनत्.
गृहीत्वा चास्य केशेषु शिरस्तेनासिनाच्छिनत् गृहीत्वा चास्य केशेषु शिरस्तेनासिनाच्छिनत्.
Adha, one fellow is gone. Adha mundaha abhyadhavattam društva chandan nipatitam. Then Munda rushed at her, seeing Chanda falling on the ground. Then she also tam apya patayatat bhumo. Tamapya patayatat bhumo. Then she also just struck her sa khadga bhihatan rusha. In a fury, she took her khadga and also just struck his head also off. Now she carried two heads in her hand. Atha mundobhyadhavattan društva chandannipatitam.
अथ मुण्डोऽभ्यधावत्तान् दृष्ट्वा चण्डन्निपातितम् अथ मुण्डोऽभ्यधावत्तान् दृष्ट्वा चण्डन्निपातितम्.
Tamapya तमप्यपातयद्भूमौ सा खड्गाभिहतं रुषा
तमप्यपातयद्भूमौ सा खड्गाभिहतं वृषा तमप्यपातयद्भूमौ सा खड्गाभिहतं वृषा
अथ मुण्डोऽभ्यधावत्तान् दृष्ट्वा चण्डन्निपातितम् तमप्यपातयद्भूमौ सा खड्गाभिहतं रुषा
अथ मुण्डोऽभ्यधावत्तान् दृष्ट्वा चण्डन्निपातितं तमप्यपातयद्भूमौ सा खड्गाभिहतं वृषा अथ मुण्डोऽभ्यधावत्तान् दृष्ट्वा चण्डन्निपातितं तमप्यपातयद्भूमौ सा खड्गाभिहतं वृषा
हतशेषान् ततः सैन्यं दृष्ट्वा चण्डन्निपातितं मुण्डं च सुमहावीर्यं दिशो भेजे भयातुरम्. All this sainyam sa hatasheshan tataha sainyam drushtva. What did they see? Sainyam drushtva hatasheshan tataha Chanda falling on the ground, Chandan nipatitam, and also Mundancha Sumahaviryam, Munda the Mahavirya, both of them falling on the ground. All of them, all the Sesha Sainyam, all those remaining army, Disho Bheje Bhayaturam, they were panicked and they run all directions in fear. हतशेषं ततः सैन्यं दृष्ट्वा चण्डन्निपातितं मुण्डं च सुमहावीर्यं दिशो भेजे भयातुरम्.
हतशेषं ततः सैन्यं दृष्ट्वा चण्डन्निपातितं मुण्डं च सुमहावीर्यं दिशो भेजे भयातुरम् हतशेषं ततः सैन्यं दृष्ट्वा चण्डन्निपातितं मुण्डं च सुमहावीर्यं दिशो भेजे भयातुरम्
Siraha Chandasya Kali cha Gruhitva Mundameva cha. These heads that have fallen on the ground, the mother is holding in her hands, took those heads of Munda and Chanda in her hands, and then she was roaring Praha Prachanda Attahasam. Then roaring like an Attahasa with a roar of laughter. Then she approached Ishram Abhyetya Chandikam. Then she approached Chandika with a loud laughter. Prahaha. Then she started speaking to Chandika. Siraschandasya Kali cha Gruhetva Mundameva cha Praha Prachandattahasamisramabhyetya Chandikam.
शिरश्चण्डस्य काली च गृहीत्वा मुण्डमेव च प्राह प्रचण्डाट्टहासमिश्रमभ्येत्य चण्डिकाम् शिरश्चण्डस्य काली च गृहीत्वा मुण्डमेव च प्राह प्रचण्डाट्टहासमिश्रमभ्येत्य चण्डिकाम्.
I hope you are all chanting the shlokas along with her, no? Not just listening to this like Purana Sravanam. Puranam is Kalakshepam. If you simply listen and you don't assimilate or you don't get this, then it is just waste of time. Only if you connect to this, and we'll go to the symbolism of all of this, these two, what we are, every chapter, but these two chapters are even much more profound. Then the mother Kali approaching Chandika, and then she said, Maya tavatra upahritau Chamundau Mahapashu. Yuddha Yagne Swayam Shumbham Nishumbhancha Hanishyasi. Look, I brought these, the heads of these Mahapashu, the two great animals, and myself in this yajna of yours, this yajnam, this yuddham that you are seeing is a yajnam, yuddha yajne. Kurukshetram was not a war as described by ignorant fools in all these English books. Devi Mahatyam is not simply a war described by ignorant fools. Worship of Mahakali seems to be some kind of a blasphemic voodoo ritual by ignorant fools. Ignorant fools look at this as all of that. This is yajna, yuddha yajnam. This is what Krishna told Arjuna. You're doing yajna, Arjuna. And in this yajna, all the work is already done by me. You're merely an instrument who is using a bow and arrow. This is absolutely no coincidence that we are studying Gita Vagini right at the time we are studying. This is Bhagavan's immense grace that we are studying Gita Vagini along with Devi Mahatyam. Everything that we are talking in Gita Vagini about gross body, all those things that last week we were discussing, all of them become completely relevant in a story form with Devi Mahatyam. You cannot mistake or cannot have clarity about understanding Bhagavad Gita if you study Devi Mahatyam. I am telling you, this is ultimate. It's not a coincidence that there are 700 mantras in both the places, and that the mother has 18 hands and 18 chapters of Bhagavad Gita. Blessed are those that are participating in both. I'm telling you, blessed, because now you are actually looking at this from a point of view of practicality with Bhagavad Gita and as a story form which you can relate to every single aspect, including Vishwarupa Sandarshana Yogam. Then we were talking about Vibhuti of mother before, and that is described. Every chapter there is coincidence. Now, the complete concurrence, not coincidence, complete synchrony, synergy. Maya tavatropahrutau Chamundau Mahapashu Yuddha Yagne Swayam Shumbhan Nishumbhancha Hanishyasi. I have done my job of bringing these two great animals. Now it is your job in this Yuddha Yajna to kill Shumbha and Nishumbha. This is what Kali is telling Chandika. Maya tavatropahrutau Chamundau Mahapashu Yuddha Yagne Swayam Shumbham Nishumbhancha Hanishyasi.
मया तवात्रोपहृतौ चण्डमुण्डौ महापशु युद्धयज्ञे स्वयं शुम्भन् निशुम्भं च हनिष्यसि मया तवात्रोपहृतौ चण्डमुण्डौ महापशु युद्धयज्ञे स्वयं शुम्भन् निशुम्भं च हनिष्यसि
ऋषिरुवाच
ऋषिरुवाच ऋषिरुवाच
तव आनीतौ ततो दृष्ट्वा चण्डमुण्डौ महासुरौ उवाच काळीं कल्याणी ललितं चण्डिकावचः. Very beautiful sloka. Then seeing those two asuras, Tavanitau Tatro Društva Mahasurau Chandaha Mundaha, and Uvacha Kalim Kalyani Lalitam Chandika Vachaha. Now, this translation is totally literal. It's like looking at a Sanskrit dictionary and writing the meaning. What she's saying is Mother Kali is referred to as Lalita, Kalyani, Chandika. Kali Lalita, Kalyani Chandika, Uvacha Vachaha. Then she spoke to this Kali, the Lalita, Kalyani Chandika Vachaha. Tavani tau tato društva Chandamundau Mahasurau Uvacha Kalim Kalyani Lalitam Chandika Vachakha.
तावानीतौ ततो दृष्ट्वा चण्डमुण्डौ महासुरौ उवाच कालीं कल्याणी ललितं चण्डिका वचः तावानीतौ ततो दृष्ट्वा चण्डमुण्डौ महासुरौ उवाच कालीं कल्याणी ललितं चण्डिका वचः.
So sorry, I said Tavanito, it should be Tavanito. Thank you, Ma, for chanting it correctly. So, what we are thinking about Kali as the most Ghora Rupa. What is the mother seeing? Chandika sitting, what is she seeing? Chandika is seeing her as Lalita, the most gentlest of the gentle. So Kali is referred to as Lalita, and Kalyani, Chandika, the most auspicious Chandika, then spoke these following words. Yasma Chandancha Mundancha Gruhitva Tvam Upagata Chamunda Iti Tato Loke Khyata Devi Bhavishyasi. For all of you who got the Navarna Mantra Diksha and doing the Navarna Mantra Japa, this is where Chamunda is directly used in Devi, and not in anybody's words, but in the mother's own words. She is saying, now that you have brought these Chanda and Munda to my presence, from now onwards, you will be known in the world as Chamunda. We'll get into what Chamunda is, at least for those of you who got the Diksha and doing the Navarna Mantra Japa regularly. This is a very beautiful, what is the meaning of the Navarna Mantra that we are chanting. And once you connect to that, how that mantra comes into presence daily in our lives. Every moment, the moment you invoke that mantra, it's such an incredible, powerful word, Chamunda. Yasma Chandancha Mundancha Grihitva Tvamupagata.
यस्माच्चण्डं च मुण्डं च गृहीत्वा त्वमुपागता.
Now you have to put a little more holding on the Chandam. Yasma Chandancha Mundancha Grihitva Tvamupagata.
यस्माच्चण्डं च मुण्डं च गृहीत्वा त्वमुपागता. यस्माच्चण्डं च मुण्डं च गृहीत्वा त्वमुपागता.
Chamundeti tato loke khyata devi bhavishyasi.
चामुण्डेति ततो लोके ख्याता देवी भविष्यसि. चामुण्डेति ततो लोके ख्याता देवी भविष्यसि.
Yasma Chandancha Mundancha Grihitva Tvamupagata Chamundeti tato loke Khyata Devi Bhavishyasi.
यस्माच्चण्डं च मुण्डं च गृहीत्वा त्वमुपागता. चामुण्डेति ततो लोके ख्याता देवी भविष्यसि. यस्माच्चण्डं च मुण्डं च गृहीत्वा त्वमुपागता. चामुण्डेति ततो लोके ख्याता देवी भविष्यसि।
स्वस्ति श्री मार्कण्डेय पुराणे सावर्णिके मन्वन्तरे देवी माहात्म्ये चण्डमुण्डवधो नाम सप्तमोऽध्यायः। ॐ श्री जगदम्बार्पणमस्तु।
स्वस्ति श्री मार्कण्डेय पुराणे सावर्णिके मन्वन्तरे देवी माहात्म्ये चण्डमुण्डवधो नाम सप्तमोऽध्यायः। ॐ श्री जगदम्बार्पणमस्तु।
Okay, when we do the Swasti mantra, Swasti should not be combined with Sri. Swasti is a different word. Sri Markandeya Purane is the way I stand myself corrected sometimes. So you should say Swasti Shri Markandeya Purane Savarnike Manvaltare Devi Mahatmye Chanda Vadho Nama Saptamodhyajah Om Sri Jagadambarpanamastu.
स्वस्ति श्री मार्कण्डेय पुराणे सावर्णिके मन्वन्तरे देवी माहात्म्ये चण्डमुण्डवधो नाम सप्तमोऽध्यायः। ॐ श्री जगदम्बार्पणमस्तु।
What a beautiful chapter. Totally amazing. Mother has given her the title Chamunda. What is the meaning of this word Chamunda? How do we relate to this Chamunda? Chamunda is in essence, the root meaning of the word Chamunda is Chamum Vyadadi Samuharupam Senam Dati Lati Ladayor Aikyat Adatte Svatmarama Sakshatkarena Nashayat Nirdhutakhila Dhvante Nitya Mukte Nirashraye Akhanda Brahma Vidya Chamunda. I told you guys several times, we are doing this for Brahma Vidya, for knowing the Brahman within ourselves and all around. So what is Chamunda? Chamu, actually, Chamu means army. And this army is present, Vyadadi Samuha Rupam Senam. All of this is present within us as complete diversity and around us as complete diversity. Everything that you observe is diversity. Yes, yeah. Are we seeing diversity? This cup is different from this phone, is different from that book, is different from this body, is different from this place, is different, and every tree is different. All the flowers are different. What are we seeing? We are seeing Vyadadi means all the five elements of the nature represented, and they are also manifesting as diversity that is represented completely in the body, where not even the five fingers are similar to each other within your own body. Then what you are seeing, everything is diversity. All of this diversity presents Dati, Lati, Ladayoh, Aikyat. Adatte. Then she will actually systematically help see unity across this entire diversity. Unity across this entire diversity manifested. It's not that the diversity will disappear. Svatma, Sva Atma, within yourself, Sakshatkarena Nashayat. All of this diversity is destroyed within yourself so that you shall see the unity. And when you see that unity, what happens? Nitya Mukte, you are liberated. Nirashraye, you are independent. Listen to the word carefully. You are independent, not out dependent. You are independent. You are dependent within yourself. Not you are now liberated. You are free. You are independent. Then what you got? Akhanda Brahma Vidya. The unbroken vision of the Brahman as oneness. That is the meaning of the word Chamunda. What we are thinking? Fearful lady killing 2 demons and carrying their heads. Huh? That is, now who are these Chanda and Munda? Who is this Kali? Now you understand how this is. Okay, I don't know what time we have. 4 more minutes. Okay, 4 more minutes. I have to tell about 20 people who will drop off what the meaning of all of this stuff is. They don't have time to listen to the time. You don't have time. What is happening in this? The symbolic aspect about this beautiful 2 chapters actually together. Huh? The 2 chapters together, when you look at what is happening, what is the entire story? You want to look at who this Chanda and Munda are and how they actually represent spiritually what they represent within us. Chanda, as I mentioned, is none other than the movement of the mind outside. Munda is the movement of the thought to inside. Well, the immediate question that will come to you is, how is that bad? That's what we are supposed to do now. How can I not pay attention to outside? How can I not pay attention to inside? I have to pay attention to outside, pay attention to inside. How is that bad? How are they too bad? You have to ask these questions. So it's not that the movement of the 2 is bad, but who do these 2 fellows report to or reported to? To this guy, the false I. Hello, are you all tracking with me, Amma? Please, this is the juice of the actual. This is the actual. We're looking at the Amruta of Devi Mahatmyam, not just learning the shlokas and chanting them like parrots, but that is very small part of this. This movement, what we call as extroverted, introverted. Now they spell also differently. Some people spell as O, some people spell as I, but that's A. That's a different story. I won't go into that. Psychologists, that is psychology. So this movement of the mind, what did they do? They went to this fellow, the false I, the ego I, and reported to this guy that there is everything best, the best of all the best is present. So we should go get it. And then what happens? Then they get into the action. Now, beautiful symbolism here. When your ego drives your mind to outside, it is all about grabbing things and becoming so successful at the expense of everybody and anything, stampeding them, become bullish. Then you start liking things. You associate with the people that you like and that think like you, that dress like you, that behave like you, that talk like you, that do everything like you, and therefore start a WhatsApp group. I like. And now another thing that starts, you start liking people that give you more likes. What is stupidity? Give me a like if you like this post. Give me a like if you like this video, and subscribe to me. Subscribe to my group. Then this groupism starts. Huh? All the sheep of same clan, all the birds of the same feather flock together. And now you have likes, and that is Chanda. That is Chanda. Please listen to me very carefully. You stop going to some other group that you don't like because somebody said something to you in that group. Then what is that? Munda, dislike. You unfriend the guy that doesn't like you. You put the thumbs up for the guy that likes you. Groupisms. Gritsebhyo gritsapatibhyascha namo namo vratebhyo vratapatibhyas. This third and this fourth anuvakam of Sri Rudram. Nama avyadhinibhyo vividhyantibhyascha namo namo ganabhyastragum hatibhyascha namo namo gritsebhyo gritsapatibhyascha. This is related to the Chamundi. This is related to that Chamunda. Avyadhinibhyo, mercilessly killing everything. Vividhyantibhyascha. All this stuff associated with likes is Chanda, dislikes is Munda. Likes is you are so passionate and you are so attracted towards people that like you and the objects that you like. And then Munda is if you don't like, you hate them instantaneously. And then you start going introverted into yourself. You withdraw from all those people that don't like you. And you project yourself into the people that you like you. This is completely driven by your own ego, the Shumbha. And therefore, this mind that is extroverted comes back and reports to you. Hey, you know what? Somebody is there that you may like. Go get it. Something is there that you may like. Go get it. Are you all connecting to me? Am I speaking to myself? None of us on this group has these tendencies. No, right? We are all realized beautiful souls of, yeah. That Chanda and Munda, the Chanda there represents Raga. Munda represents Dvesha. Chanda represents infatuation as in likes. Munda represents Dvesha, aversion towards dislikes. And what do they do? Who are they reporting to? Who are they reporting to?
Ego.
False I. The pseudo I, the false I, the reflection that is in the mirror, but not the actual source of light. But those two, when they are turned towards the light, Bhagavan says this very beautifully. When you turn away from light, you follow your shadow, and your shadow is your ego. When you turn towards the light, the shadow follows you. Yeah? Yes? So this, if you look at this mind turned towards, mind away from the light, the effulgence, also called Bhagavan, turned away from Bhagavan, will follow. The mind will follow the shadow, which is the false I. It's not the real I. When it turned towards Bhagavan, that shadow follows. Then what happens? How to turn? How to turn? Now the question is, how to turn? The Chanda turned and Munda turned towards the effulgence. First thing that is pravritti, what is called as outside movement, is the sadhana, abhyasa, sadhana, daily sadhana. Not alone, collectively. collectively, if you practice sadhana. Now, lot of these blessed souls that have uploaded their recordings, some of them are intimidated by uploading recording. I know that people are extremely busy doing so much of work. Young families, I really applaud their commitment, their dedication. 215, 220 recordings of just Rudram. These 2 years were hearing for the past 10 days. 220 of them. And I actually, what I observe is that I love the dedication, I love the commitment. And there are some people that say, hey, what is all this? I don't want to upload because now he is going to judge me. He is going to qualify me as a Ritvik or not. For heaven's sake, there is no qualification for the love of God. There is no pass or fail in the love of God. Nobody is going to be removed as Ritvik for please, because I am not the one that is conducting this yajna. It is Bhagavan Sri Satya Sai Baba. We are all together in this. And when we are all together in this, the sadhana is so important. In fact, the only blessing of the yajna is the sadhana, not the actual yajna. And when this sadhana is done, practice, and that practice is anushtana. Anushtana. Everybody who does anushtana daily knows the power of this. One day you don't do anushtana. One day, for whatever reason, you are sick or whatever, you don't do anushtana. Immediately the whole system is down. You don't do your Gayatri Japa every day. Sandhya Vandanam. That day is like, my God, something has happened. So the mind is this outward moment of the mind is abhyasa, sasadhana. And with this abhyasa, then what happens is immediately the mind start turning away from seeing diversity into seeing the unity. Please know this. This is I'm sharing this with you not as words, but truly as an experience. You will begin to see the unity with abhyasa, because what you are seeing outside is Brahmanda Vyapta Dekha Bhasita Himarucha Bhasamana Bhujangaike Kanthe Kala Kaparda Kalita Sisikala Schanda Kodanda Hastah Traksha Rudrakshamala Pranata Bhayaghara Shambhava Murti Bhedak. Murti Bhedak. All the murtis are different. All the forms are different, and all these forms are appearing as Brahmanda Vyapta Dekha Bhasita Himarucha Bha Samana Bhujangaike. Some people with hanging snakes around them, some people putting on vibhuti, some people no vibhuti, some people are chandas, some people are mundas, all the diversity you are seeing. But Rudra Suktaha, Rudra Sri Rudra Sukta. Now what happens when you start chanting Rudram? You begin to see the light in everyone. Apatalana bhastalanta bhuvanat brahmandama visphurat. Brahmanda vyapta deha becomes brahmanda divya teja. What these dhyana shlokas are not praying for somebody else, for heaven's sake. These dhyana shlokas are when the moment you close your eyes and you chant Shuddha Spatika Sankasham, Shuddha Vidya Pradayakam, Shuddham Purnam Chidanandam Sadashivamakam Bhaje. There itself, the opening happens. You are getting Shuddha Vidya, the knowledge that is pure, unsullied. Nirgunam, Niranjanam, Sanatanam, Niketanam, Nitya Shuddha Buddha Mukta Nirmala Swarupinam. That is the vision that you will get. And you close your eyes, you see light. You open your eyes, you see diversity. But the light in the diversity, that is Chamunda. Yes. And what the Chamunda does? Viche. Viche. Aim, Hrim, Klim. Chamunda Viche. And that, what is Aim, what is Hirim, what is Klim, join the monthly Parayana. You will understand what that is. Because that's what we are doing with the Ekada Sannyasa. focusing on the depth of each bijam, completely, totally sunk into that nyasa, means complete presence. And then you chant this Devi Saptashloki, Saptashati, then you will understand, oh my God, what a beautiful Vishwarupa Sandarshanam. Without any aberration, so clearly you will see. But the mind will not allow you to do sadhana. It will constantly come and complain about something. It will say, TKR, one day if I don't join this group call, what happens, nothing is, who is going to check or whatever, Oh, then that's it. That's it. That's the trap. All you can do on your own, listening to 52 minutes of Shekharji's audio is terrible. It's too slow. Let me fast. I'll be done with it in 20 minutes. Why I have to spend 52 minutes? I'm telling you, that is Chanda. He is reporting to the false eye, who doesn't want to oblige, who thinks that it is the supreme, and therefore will report to you are best, you are the best Rudram chanter. I have to salute to one lady, one Ritvik, that sent the recording and wrote, all these years I've been, and she attended several Atirudramang. All these years I was thinking I was actually chanting Rudram. But when I recorded and listened to it myself, I quickly realized how much I am fooled by thinking how imperfect I am in perfection. This is not an exercise to please somebody. This is an exercise of self-reflection. And that self-reflection, it will make you turn towards the light immediately. There is no intimidation to do anything for Bhagavan. There is no intimidation to sing for him, to go for his event, to serve for him, to love him, to unconditionally surrender to him. Whatever your circumstances that you face in your life, if you sincerely, wholeheartedly turn to the light, Bhagavan will show the path. And in fact, I saw the video, just a short clip I sent to one of the friends. He is talking about how many, he says, for the sake of God, it is okay to Meera. Meera writes a letter to Tulsidas. Today morning we sang the song of Tulsidas. Bhagavan is in this discourse is describing, Meera writes a letter to Tulsidas. My husband is giving me a lot of trouble. He won't let me worship Krishna. What should I be doing? He won't let me participate in Swami's activities. He is against all this stuff. What should I do? Very relevant question from who? Mother Meera. To who? Tulsidas. And Tulsidas writes back a letter to her, quoting scriptures. He says in the Vedas, Matrudevo Bhava, Pitrudevo Bhava, Acharya Devo Bhava. This is what we have to follow. So therefore, some people take literally Bhartrudevo Bhava. It also extends to Bharta also, and also Abharta. All kinds of Bhartas. Bharta means the one who bears. He bears all the stuff that you throw on him. So anyway, the context of this thing is, then Tulsidas is giving example. Matrudevo Bhava, Pitrudevo Bhava, Acharya Devo Bhava. The one who told his own mother that I am sorry, ma, I can't oblige. I have to go do my dharma. His very first is Sri Rama in Treta Yuga. Mother said, don't go to the forest. What is this 14 years? You become king. All of this stuff. That is Rama. The second one is Bharata. Bharata himself tells his mother, how atrocious that you are, have thrown my God into the forest. I will go follow him. And he said, he declined his mother, went to the forest and got his padukas and made it the king of the entire Samrajya. Rama, Bharata, two examples, not listening to the mother. For the sake of God and for the sake of Dharma. You understand? Are you following? This is not me telling, this is Tulsidas writing to Mother Meera. Pitrudevo Bhava. Prahlada himself disobliged his father and chanted Harinama only for the sake of love for God. He said, sorry, Dad, whatever you may say, you may tell me this is waste of time to go to Sai Center and sing bhajans and all of that. No, I don't think that. I think the parents are, I'm not blaming the parents. There are definitely Prahladas. I know in my own Sai Center. In fact, joke, I tell somebody, your son is a Prahlada. So what happened? Prahlada disobliged the father for the sake of love for God. Then who is the one that disobliged the teacher for the sake of God? What I'm saying is turning the mind, the pravritti towards God. Acharya Devo Bhava even told, disobliged the command of his guru is Bali Chakravarti for the sake of Shukracharya. And Bali Chakravarti was advised by his own guru Shukracharya. Arey, the fellow that came is Sakshat Paramatma, Vishnu, Mahavishnu. Don't do this dana. You will be destroyed. Don't do charity. And then what does Bali say? I'm sorry, Guruji. What are you saying? Sakshat Mahavishnu, the guru of all gurus, is in front of me. And you're telling me not to give charity where his hand is lower than me. I am giving dana, idam namama, and pouring on him. Sorry, I don't want to listen to you. Because of his lack of vision, Shukracharya got only one eye. You understand? So we have to listen to this very carefully. When you're doing the work of God, for the love of God, and if somebody advises, don't do this. Oh, listen to me, I'm the husband. You are not doing your Pativratya, all of this stuff. You are not cooking for me. You are running away 24/7. You are in this Sai Center. What are you doing? You are all that is okay. Do your duty, whatever you can do. But at the same time, do not give up the love of God for the sake of body relations. That is Chanda. This is Chanda turned towards God. Am I bothering you all? Sorry. This is today's class is somehow this Mahakali has taken over me, you know. Mahakali is truly her presence about this beautiful chapter. So therefore, what do you do about Chanda? Chanda is sadhana. Chanda is turning the outward mind from shadow to light. And who is Munda? Who is Munda? All of this, what I'm saying, is not my knowledge. You know? Please don't think that this, oh, Shekharji has all. This is not. This is already all what I'm talking about. Mother Meera's question to Tulsidas written, that is told by Bhagavan himself. And this thing about Chanda, Munda is described in Patanjali Yoga Sutras. Yogaha, Chittavritti Nirodhakaha. What is yoga? Yoga is to actually turn the pravritti, the nivritti, towards inside. And the pravritti is now turned towards inside. So how is the pravritti turned towards inside? Everything that you see, you like, then you say, this is simply a liking associated with relative reality. But actually, what I like, that is less important than simply loving that. Do you love everything like you yourself love? That is the pravritti. When you see something that you don't like, can you love without judging? That is abhyasa, that is sadhana. How that sadhana comes? Sadhana comes by chanting this beautiful Rudram that tells you everything. Mahadbhyaha Kshulakebhyascha vo namo namo Rathibhyo Rathebhyascha vo namo nama Sena Abhyasenanibhyascha vo. Now you see, Gritsebhyo Gritsapatibhyascha vo namo Vratebhyo Vratapatibhyascha vo Ganebhyo Ganapati. Masses of people, all the diversity, you actually are seeing the unity, not liking it, but loving it as Bhagavan himself. You are always saying that. Are you actually saying that I am? Thou art that, Tattvamasi. What does Chamunda do? This Chamunda Shabdam, this Chamunda then makes you see the unity in the diversity, and that unity in diversity is nothing but Akhanda Brahma Vidya. and that opens right in front of your eyes. And then Munda is then you start beginning to get detachment from the possessions, and that detachment is Munda, not dislike. Detachment not because you disliked it. Hello, listen to me carefully. It's very easy to detach from what you don't like, and therefore you go to Kasi and give it off. You understand? Detachment not from what you don't like, detachment from what you actually like for the reason of an attachment, dispassion. That is Munda. So Abhyasa, Vairagya. When you get these two, the Chanda and Munda, now start serving the Maha Devi, the supreme consciousness. How is nivritti obtained? How do you get detachment? The detachment comes through dhyana. How is the movement of the mind outside controlled? By abhyasa. Abhyasa of what? Sadhana. What is sadhana? Doing your anushtana. Huh? Doing your anushtana appears like a ritual, but actually this anushtana should not be a ritual. Anushtana, even when Gayatri chanting mantra, you are doing Sandhya Vandanam or Gayatri chanting or Rudram chanting, Anushtana means getting grounded in it so closely that you will, that slowly turns the mind. Dhyana. What is dhyana? Now focusing totally on the effulgence. Apatala nabhastalanta bhuvanat brahmandam avispuratu. So through dhyana, you get dispassion, detachment, vairagya, and to sadhana, you start don't liking things, but you actually start loving them for what they are without any judgment and simply accepting the unity in diversity. Very power-packed discussion today. Now, even grabbing the Devi by hair. Now, what you see in this Shumbha Nishumbha, in the Shumbha's statements in this last chapter and this chapter, actually in this chapter itself, what is he saying? In the previous chapter, when he sends Sugriva as the messenger to the mother. Now, I'm coming back to the story because this is happening in our life. What he was asking this Sugriva to do, Sugriva goes and says, oh, Shumbha is the Trilokadhipati, he is the ruler of the entire world. He adores you like the best in the class as the amongst the ladies. Huh? So therefore, come and take his hand or whatever. And the moment she declines, what in the next he says, he tells Chandamunda, go get that evil woman, the wicked woman. So the previous one, Slakshnam Madhuraya Giraya, sweet words and those pleasant words about you are the best in the class, we love you so much, that and that and this, what he said. The moment she declined, what happened? Oh, that evil, wicked woman that disobeyed. Grab her by the hair and bring her here. That is exactly what happens to our lives. You want to go grab something, and when that grabbing something is rejected, then what is pleasant turns unpleasant. What you like turns into dislike. Sairam. I think I should pause here. So this chapter, in conclusion, is presenting to us how powerful the time is and how humiliating or humbling this time is, how merciless this time is, grinding its teeth like just like the wheel of the time, the Kala Chakra that grinds all things to dust in a split second and gulping everything, including the galaxies, like a black hole, literally Mahakali. should bring us turning this mind that has this outward movement and inward movement to follow the shadow, but to turn towards this light. Now, this Kali therefore accomplishes her mission by cutting the heads off this Chanda and Munda, carrying them in her hand, and now is going and telling, this is the yajna, yuddha yajna. I have done my part in the yajna. Now it is time for you to destroy the Shumbha and the Nishumbha. That is your part. So what does time do now, Sairam? And what we are looking at, she's saying, I have done this part in this war of yajna. So what is yajna here? What is the sacrifice? What is the yajna? What are we sacrificing? What are we
The
cutting
ego.
the head? Huh?
The ego. The ego.
No, not the ego. She did not kill the ego. The ego is Shumbha and Nishumbha. That is her part. What did Kali kill?
The animal
Qualities.
qualities.
Yeah, no, but what are these animals? What did she sever the head of?
Likes and
dislikes.
The likes and the dislikes.
The likes and the dislikes. Yes. Likes and dislikes. Raga, Dvesha.
Dvesha.
Not the ego yet. Raga, Dvesha are first annihilated. Carrying the heads of Raga, Dvesha. That is yajna. That is the yajna we have to do. What is the yajna we have to do? The sacrifice? You sacrifice your likes and you also sacrifice your dislikes. You sacrifice your raga and also anuraga, that which follows those likes. Raga, anuraga. Those are likes. Anuraga is dislike, like, dislike. What are the dislikes? We sacrifice them also. And that is real yajna. And how does time do for you? Hello, Sairam, I'm getting blissed out just talking about it. It's so powerful. Are we studying some story of a wild horror story here? What are we studying? Ourselves. This is Brahma Jnana. This is Brahma Vidya. This is knowing yourself. And what is the yajna you have to do? Sacrifice. Sacrifice. Likes and dislikes. And the time does it for you. Mahakali will do that for you. And she is the Adya. Adya. In Devi Upasana, there are 3 steps. Adya, Tara, then Lalita. Then this Ghora and Aghora part of it, what we call as Kali, Lalita. What is this? The most horrifying form we are calling Lalita, the most gentlest one. She becomes gentle. You become gentle when the fear inside you is totally annihilated. The fear comes from likes and dislikes. The hatred comes from dislikes. And the fear also comes from likes because you are fearful that you lose what you like. Yeah, you understand? There is a fear associated with likes, which is, oh my God, I will lose what I like. And hate comes because I dislike. So the likes and dislikes bring this fear and hatred. And those two are now annihilated because when you lose what you like, it is fear. When you don't get what you like, then it is anger. When you don't get what you like, you become angry. And when you get what you like, it brings more desires. Hello, Sairam. Am I talking to myself, or you all looking at this with me, Sairam? Please tell me yes.
Yes.
Yes, uncle.
Yes, that's just today's thought for the day in Prashanti Nilayam. Exactly about that.
Yesterday's thought for the day.
Today.
Oh, hold on one second. Let me check. Oh, Jai Sairam. March 4th, 2023. Thought for the day. That is today. Kama, desire, is a three-headed demon. When you achieve your desire, you develop greed to retain the gain and see that it multiplies. When you are defeated in desire, you develop krodha, anger. Even penance might not transmute such a character as seen in the case of Bhasmasura, who sought, Sairam, somebody should mute, to destroy the very Lord who granted him the boon. Kama, Lobha, and Krodha are all forms of passion and activity, feverish activity that ignores the means while concentrating on the end. Rajoguna pursues the goal, but isn't particular about the correctness of the path. There is a story of some monkeys who planted a mango garden. They planted the saplings, watered them a few days, and plucked them from off the ground to see how deep the roots had gone. They wanted them to grow fast and yield fruits, but they were unaware of the process by which they could get the fruits they craved for. Act righteously, then claim the fruit, cultivate with care, and collect the harvest. Oh, my Swami. Oh, my Swami. Is he present in this class? This is the example of his presence in the class. Nothing more than that. So, brothers and sisters, how powerful this Chamunda business is, how powerful this Kali is, symbolically representing ourselves, grinding the teeth, swallowing everything. Bhayaharani Kalika, Mangalamuda Siddhi Sadani, Sarva Parvarisha Sadani, Tapatimira Taruni Tarani Kirana Malika. That Lalita is described as in those words, Mangalamuda Siddhi Sadani, Parva Sharva Risha Sadani, Tapatimira Taruni Harani Kirana Malika. Light. And when she actually annihilates these movements of the mind, you shall be turning towards the light. And when you turn towards the light, you have the darshan of Lalita, the most gentlest, most effulgent, Kirana Malika. Sairam. Let's see if there are any questions and then we'll close today. How are Kali and Chandi related? Yeah. Is Kali the Supreme Mother and Chandi one form of Kali? Yes. Okay, Ra. How are they related? How is your hand related to you? Hello. How is your hand related to the body, Vijay Kasturi?
Yeah, it's part of the body.
Okay. Is Chamundi different from Chandi?
I mean, in the scripts there, it is mentioned that Kali started talking to Chandi, right? That's why I like to understand how. I mean, where is she coming from, or how is she related to the?
No. Here is the thing. It's a beautiful question. I'm asking you questions so that you can relate to it. When your hand is putting food in the mouth. Is the mouth different from the hand? Relatively, yes. Hand cannot eat, mouth eats. But what is it feeding?
Yeah. So it's feeding for both, right?
Okay.
It will go to both.
So what I'm trying to say is, here is the Chamum, Viyadadi, Rupam, Senam, Dati. What I was talking about is Viyadadi. I didn't take the time to express it. Viyadadi is the gross form of the body. The gross aspect of the body is expressed as 24 tattvas, the five elements of the nature, expressed as 5 panchapranas, 5 jnanendriyas, 20 of them, plus mano, buddhi, chitta, ahankara, 24. Mahanyasam. We are going through this in Mahanyasam. Everything is so beautifully integrated. What we are looking at this Mahanyasam is not focusing on the gross relative side of it, but connecting to what? The light within. So the first thing this Chamunda will do is the diversity associated with your own gross body and the subtle body, and connect you to the supreme consciousness, the light. Kotesra is there? Kotesra? Is he
Yes,
gone?
sir.
What is this that we are studying in? What I just described? Where did we discuss this?
From the Gita Vahini, the class.
From Gita Vahini last week.
Yes.
From Gita Vahini, chapter 11. Bhagavan's Gita Vahini. This is what we were studying in study circle. What are we talking about today?
Yeah, the same here.
The same, but in the form of what? The Chanda, the Munda, the outward movement, inward movement, how we look at diversity and never connect to the. So the question is, Chamunda is not different from Chandi. But then you ask the question, how is the Chamunda talking to Chandi if they're one, right? That is the question of Vijay Kasturi. How is the Chandi talking to Chamunda? Chandi, Chamundi. Why are they talking to each other if they are one? That's the question. Yeah. You are present to time. Is time different from you or you? Oh, it's a complex question. Is time different from you or one? Who is running you all around? Now your wife will say it's time to take the kids to some class. Who is running you? Is time the same as you or different as you?
Different.
The answer is yes for both. It is the same, it is different. If you are run by the time, you are different from time. If you are present to time, you are not different from time. Think about this. That's okay, Chandra Shekhar. She can also listen. No problem. If she's calling you to take you somewhere, you can drop off.
No.
Yeah. So that is what we are talking about. Is Chamunda, relative represented as time, different from the mother? From a relative point of view, different. But absolutely she is not different. Where did she come from? Where did Kali come from?
Agna Chakra.
Agnya Chakra. Of who?
Ambika.
Chandi.
Chand.
Now you will see this Saptamatrikas next chapter. Next chapter will go into this beautiful expression of different aspects of the same mother. And you will also hear later on, what did Shumba say? Shumba said to the mother in the 9th chapter, hey, don't come with all these other guys. Come and fight with me if you dare, alone. And then the mother says, hey, fool, what do you think these are? These are all me. All the Saptamatrikas are me. You are looking differently. So who is looking differently? Who is looking the relativity? What is looking the relativity, Sairam? What
Diversity, I
in
mean,
you is looking at the relativity and think they are different?
Ego.
The mind is constantly looking at diversity, not the unity. When you invoke the buddhi, it will start looking at unity. Dhiyo yo naf prachodayat. Illumine my intellect so that I'm beginning to see the light within and around. Okay, Vijay Kasturi, very good question. This is a very important question. So this the right example of how the mind immediately go, hey, how are these two related? They're two different things. Yes, Chamum, by heart that Chamum, Vyadadi Samuha Rupam, Senam, Dati Lati Ladayor Ekat, Adatte Swa Atma Sakshatkaryena Nashayat. That is Chamunda. That is the definition of Chamunda. That which destroys diversity and helps you see everything as yourself in unity. That is Chamunda. Now you know how powerful this mantra is. Now you see how powerful the mantra is that we are doing sadhana. The Chandi Navarna Mahamantra Japa. It is actually 9 letters because 9 is indestructible, the indestructible unity in diversity. And Atma Sakshatkarena, constantly you are saying that. Are you saying I am? The moment you say that, it is diversity. The moment you say that I am, is unity. That I am, thou art that thou art, is Chamunda. That thou art. What is this? Huh? That thou art. What is that statement? It's Mahavakya. Tattvamasi. ఊరికే Tattvamasi అని చెప్తే కాదు. If you simply say Tattvamasi, it doesn't become Tattvamasi. Are you saying that I am? When you look at somebody you don't like, are you saying that I am? Are you able to say that I am? Sairam. Okay, so now that is Vijay Kasturi's beautiful question. Oh, Sairam Mother. So somebody is replying to somebody else, which is irrelevant to me. We are also getting blissed out. Okay, good. Why Kali is in black color? Oh, this is a very important question. Why Kali is black in color? Why Rama is black in color? Why Krishna is black in color? Why? Who is asking that question? Oh, Srinivas will sandwich service. Yeah. Question to you. Why are all of them black in color or dark blue in color? Why is the sky dark blue in color? Why is the ocean dark blue in color? Why, Rare? I'm asking you why. You don't know? Huh? Come on. Why they're black in color, Srini?
Because they absorb all our.
I know, Sairam. Just I'm asking Srini, ma.
Here you mentioned about black hole. So I thought I connected that way. In this, right? When Kali is black color, but I don't know.
No, I asked a question not about Kali. Why is the ocean dark blue in color or dark black in color? Why or how?
Oh, it attracts
infinity. Everything that is infinite will appear in this dark blue, dark black color. Yes? Now, that's one thing. I know somebody else is already answering for you. not because it attracts. Black color absorbs all the light, and the heat too. Black color, that which absorbs, that which is taking everything inside. What is that? What is taking everything inside? What is taking everything inside?
Likes and dislikes.
No. What is taking everything inside?
Kala.
Kala, the
Kala.
time. Time is taking everything inside. Not likes and dislikes. I hope not. You don't take them and keep them, no. The whole idea is to get rid of them, not to absorb them. So time is grabbing everything inside, just like everything is going into the black hole. That is the different aspect about time. Once you connect to that, what happens? That's where you will become very clear that what you like today will become a dislike tomorrow, or what you like today gets destroyed tomorrow. So nothing is permanent. Therefore, what you become, you begin to realize that all your attachments are ephemeral, they're temporary, they're transient, because everything is transient in time. Nothing is permanent in time. Nothing that is objective is permanent in time. What is the only thing that is permanent in time? What is the only thing that is permanent in time?
Supreme consciousness.
I am. That which you are is permanent. You don't talk about supreme. I don't know what supreme consciousness is. When you were a child, when you were a youth, when you are adult, when you are retired, what is constant?
That I.
Balya Dishvapi Jagrat. But that Dakshinamurti Slokam. Swatmanam prakati karoti bhajatam ya mudraya bhadraya. Balyadvishyapi jagradadishu tadha sarvasvavasthasvapi vyavrittasvanuvartamanamaham ityanta spurantam sada. Swatmanam prakati karoti bhajatam ya mudraya bhadraya tasmai Sri Guru Murtaye namayidam Sri Dakshinamurtaye. Not all these things, the stages of your life are coming and going, all of them. But one thing that is constant, the I am Spurana that is happening within you, that I am, Tattvamasi has not changed. It is constant. So the only thing that is constant is I am the presence, that I am, but not I am that. Both way it applies, but Tattvamasi, that is what is constant. Therefore, Mahakali represents this aspect of time that is infinite. Time is infinite. That which represents grabbing and grasping everything and taking within itself is the time, and that which is the time, then when you are present to it, it will stop the movement of your mind or thought outward and inward and be present to that which is that Tattvamasi, that Brahma Vidya, that I am. Now that I am will get into action to taking about that which you are really not. Yuddha Yagne Swayam. That is, then you have to take care of Shumbha and Nishumbha. With that, tomorrow is our Devi Mahatmya Parayana, which will start at 7 o'clock at not at 6:30 because of the daily sadhana, and it will go for 3.5 hours. My apologies to the Asia timers. So we are Australasia time zones because it will be a little late for you. But the slots are, a few slots are open. I requested previously we were allowing wife, husband, child, all of them sitting in different rooms to chant different chapters. But now with more people joining and for more from the context of the yajna, I would like to have more open slots for other people who are still observers or not observers, whatever, to be able to come and practice. And from Monday onwards, we will have the practice sessions. Monday and Wednesday, we'll have practice sessions, 3 time zones, 3 times in a day for Rudram. Tuesday and Friday, we'll have Devi Matyam practice session. It's my humble urge. Even if you think you are a perfect chanter, go listen to your audio. Listen to your own audio. Both, if you signed up for both of them, with the PDF in front of you, and then understand how corrections can be made through practice. That is what is called Chanda turn towards light. Chanda is that is not is turned towards the shadow is it's okay, whatever I am chanting is fine, I can never improve in my life, this is what God has given me for this life, therefore I don't want to learn all this stuff, I will chant whatever I have learned. Is the Chanda focused towards the shadow? Turn the Chanda towards the light. Jai Sai Ram. Enough. Any other burning questions? Okay. यदक्षरपदभ्रष्टं मात्रा हीनं तु यद्भवेत् तत्सर्वं क्षम्यतां देव नारायण नमोऽस्तु ते। विसर्गबिन्दुमात्राणि पदपादाक्षराणि च न्यूनानि चातिरिक्तानि क्षमस्व साईश्वर। अपराधसहस्राणि क्रियन्ते हर्निशं मया दासोऽयमतिमिति मां मत्वा क्षमस्व साईश्वर। अन्यथा शरणं नास्ति त्वमेव शरणं मम तस्मात् कारुण्य भावेन रक्ष रक्ष साईश्वर। हरिः ओम तत्सत् श्री साईश्वरार्पणमस्तु। स्वस्तिः प्रजाभ्यः परिपालयन्तां न्यायेण मार्गेण महीं महिषाः गोब्राह्मणेभ्यः शुभमस्तु नित्यं। समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु। समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु। समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु। ओम शांति शांति शांति। जय बोलो भगवान श्री सत्य साई बाबा जी की।